Hiya Pisces, I hope you're really well. Happy New Year. Hope you had a great Christmas, good festive period. And here is your reading for January 2016. First of all, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to all my new subscribers. Forgive me if I lose my voice during this video, because I'm likely to. If you would like a private reading from me, please click up on the link in the corner. Go through to my website page. There's loads of different prices. Have a choose from what you can afford. Also, if you want to get in with your 2016 full yearly reading, those are getting booked up quickly. So it's a good time to book as soon as you can for that one in particular. What else? Please check out your rising sign and your moon sign. This may not resonate with you. It is only a general reading for all Pisces, but let's dive in and see what we can come up with. So I'm going to move this card out the way for the moment just so you can see what's going on. So we're starting off with the Five of Coins. So I think quite a few Pisces at the beginning of January will feel a bit, I've spent too much and I've overdone it and I've overindulged, and now January's come and I'm skint. I've got no money. I'm feeling a bit sorry for myself. Some of you might feel like you've got sort of post-New Year blues a little bit. So it's not a great start to the year for some of you, but at the same time we're pretty much all in the same boat at this time of year, unless you've been highly organised and resolute sort of before Christmas and everything, and deliberately put some money aside for January, because January always seems longer. It's a long time before we all get paid again and things like that. So unless you've sort of deliberately done that, a lot of you will feel like this early January. A few of you could be feeling down because of things that you went through in December, because we've got the Death card here in December. So I feel for some of you there was great transformation going on during December for quite a few Pisces. It could have been that first of all, some of you actually could have physically lost somebody in December. You know, a loved one passed on or something like that happened. It could have been a lot of internal changes, a lot of breaking down of structures, what felt like destruction for a few of you during December or the end of December. But always when there's destruction, when things change profoundly, it always brings in new changes, usually changes that are for the better. The reason things break down is because they're not working properly, and they have to in order to bring in the new. So I think maybe some of you had relationship breakups, separations, loss, that sort of thing. But there was endings. For those of you who didn't experience that, it could have been a transformation of on an inner level. It could have been feelings that you were going through, revelations, truths that you thought you knew, you found out were just a complete fabrication, a complete lie, revolution. All that sort of thing comes into the Death card. So a lot of you were experiencing things like that, either on an internal basis or on a physical basis, i.e. the loss of somebody, whether it be somebody passing on or a split up, a breakup in a relationship, and whether that be a work relationship, personal relationship, you know, somebody in the family. Could have been something like that at the end. So we've come into the beginning of January and you're not feeling all that great about it, some of you. Now your challenge card is the Page of Coins. So there is financial news coming in for quite a few of you. You need to get your vibrations up. You need to feel better. You need to work on yourself a little bit and just get a little bit happier in January in order to be able to pick up on the opportunities that are going to come through to you. If you can't, you may miss them. If you can't pick yourself up and start to move forward, we've got a new year, new period, new beginnings. 2016 will be much better than 2015 was, I promise you, there's a lot of things going on in 2016 which are going to lighten things. Obviously we're going to have challenges, but there's better things on the way for us. So the Page of Coins is saying you could get messages in, you could get there's a chance of maybe a promotion for some of you. There is the chance of moving up into something, more money coming in, good financial news coming in for you, the start of something new. Usually, you know, material wise, money wise, usually, not always, but it's definite messages that are positive that are going to come through to you. But you need to be able to be in a receiving mode, be in a place where you can actually see the opportunities coming through and to be able to accept them. Because sometimes if you're feeling too low, they're gonna pass you by and you're not going to see them. It's a chance for you to learn something here. Maybe it's a chance for you to learn something that happened in December, learn from it, grow from it, have this new awareness of things, and know that there are good developments coming round for you. So that's good if you can raise your vibration a little bit and get back to how you felt maybe before whatever it was happened in December. That was such a huge transformation for some of you, that was such a blow, I think, to some of you. Looking into the immediate future, we've got the Eight of Swords. Now the Eight of Swords for some of you is conflict. There's conflict there. Things are not as peaceful as you think they should be. There is a restriction of movement, like you're tied into something. Maybe you are worried about money. Maybe you feel trapped in some sort of situation. Maybe you're just feeling trapped in the feeling of being a bit down in the dumps at the beginning, you know, and not sure how to move forward. But it's overcoming that fear. It's overcoming things in order to move forward. You're not trapped in anything. It is an illusion. It is your mind creating that trap around you and making you feel like you can't go anywhere or do anything that you want to do, when in fact, if you look at it from a different perspective, you look at it from a higher vantage point, turn things around and think about things in a different way, you would actually see some things that have happened recently, not all of them, but some things may have been a blessing in disguise, and you can shake off those bonds that are holding you there in order to move forward. So whatever it is that you're feeling trapped in, have a think about what that is or could be. You can move forward from it. You can sort it out. You can find a solution for it. For a lot of you, it does indicate that there are positive changes coming around for you. And some of you are not being true about your feelings. Some of you are not expressing your feelings honestly or truthfully in January, and that's something that you need to learn and get past and be able to do, because that again is going to help you to get through and move forward. You just need to see things more clearly than you're seeing things at the moment, and you will do. You will do as the month of January goes on. It's just the, you know, maybe the beginning of January, you're just not too sure, because you've got the Magician in your conscious position. So you're well aware that you can move forward. You're sort of well aware, but something is maybe holding you back. But you are thinking about the possibility of new creations, being creative, doing new things. It may be that you're feeling very run down after Christmas and you want to go out and you want to have the energy to do all these things and get started and start January off with a bang, but you're just feeling bleh. So you need to get as much rest as you can, but sort of rise above that and recapture some excitement and that, because the magician is saying you can do it, you can move forward and do whatever, and that's what you're thinking about. You're thinking about new projects, you're thinking about new things, but you haven't quite got the oomph to go and do it yet. It's like it's a bit like walking through mud and trying to wade through mud at the moment. There should be a lot more communication going on if you can speak your truth. Obviously you don't have to go pouring your feelings out to everybody that you meet in the street, but there are certain people, I think, around you, or one certain person in the near future, you're going to have to speak your truth to. You're just going to have to say what's on your mind and get that out, and that'll help with anybody who's feeling trapped. There's a lot, for a lot of you, it's quite a different story. There is a lot of self-confidence there for you. You know you've got the self-confidence to do things and have these new beginnings. And it's the power of your mind. It's your manifestation abilities that are going to build, and things come around. You are heading in the right direction. Whether you know it or not is another matter. But you are heading in the right direction. You've got to pick yourself up, have that faith, have that positive attitude to bring about what you need. And you're thinking consciously of it, so you actually know that you need to do that. I'm like trying to teach your grandma how to suck eggs or something, but you know that's what you need to do. You know that you need to pick yourself up in order to move forward. There are definite decisions that need to be made because we've got the Lovers card as well. So there is a decision coming up in January that you're gonna have to have a think about, make a decision on. It's two different, decisions, one way or the other. Maybe thinking of bringing something together. Maybe it is a relationship coming together that you're thinking of. There is somebody, for some of you, there is somebody coming into your life that you don't know about yet, or you're not quite aware of that because this is in your subconscious. It could be quite a surprise for some of you. For some of you, you are going to meet somebody. There is going to be somebody there for you that's coming, and they may sort of sneak up on you. You may not realise it's happening. So it could be a friend you've already got, somebody that you work with, somebody that you know, some sort of acquaintance, somebody, and they just sort of sneak this attraction or this possible relationship sort of just sneaks up behind you until you sort of go, oh, hang on a minute, I quite like that person. Something along those lines. But you will realise if that happens this month that you are very well matched. You have, there's the same interests, the same concerns, the same train of thought, the same, there's a union there. There is a union there. So watch that. So for some of you, that's really good. That's going to happen. And it's all, and for those of you who've got a decision to make, anything challenge you will overcome this month. It will be successful and you will get through it. And whatever the decision is, just make sure that you think carefully about it. Think carefully about it and be sure that it's the one that you wish to undertake, the one that you wish to go down, the road that you wish to go down with that decision, which may not be related to being in a relationship to somebody or getting together with somebody. It could be something else, could be different, going for a different job or moving house, something like that. But there is a decision, but just think carefully about before you go. But angels and guides are saying that the decision that you make will be the right decision for you. at this time, and it's the right road. It's the right road. So again, when we come up with this card here, we've got the Fool card, which is sort of your overall advice for everything. It's new beginnings and new adventures, new things, new projects, going forward with no fear, stepping off the edge, not knowing quite what's in front of us yet, not knowing quite what's round the corner, but just having that faith in the universe, that any changes that you make during January, it's a good change, and it's a good change for the better. Whatever choice you make, it's the right choice, even though you can't see the outcome, even though you can't quite picture how it's going to go or how it's going to happen. It's just like stepping off the edge and going, right, I'm going for it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to take this risk. Got to lighten up as well during January. There's got to be a lot more laughter, and there will be a lot more laughter and a lot more happiness in January. Certainly a lot more than for some of you there was over the past few weeks. Not everybody had a bad December. I'm not saying that. Some of you, I feel though, quite a few of you did. The overall energy of Pisces in December was not a great one. You've got to get your trust back in life as well, and be a bit more spontaneous. Just go for it, step off the edge, say have trust in the universe, and things will go the way that you want them to go as January moves forward. As you go through January, people around you are going to be a lot calmer as well. We've got the Six of Swords, so the Six of Swords is saying that things are just quieter, calmer. Anything that went on in December that may have seemed chaotic, or especially around friends, family, relationships, they all seem to have sort of calmed down around you. People are going back to work, people are getting back into their sort of daily routines around you, and everything seems to be going back to normal, settling down, and people are just sort of moving back into the rhythm of life again. So things seem a lot calmer around you and a lot easier. There's not as many problems for you to deal with. As I say, the trap situation that some of you are feeling in, I think that's more about being trapped in your own feelings to a certain extent, and just breaking free of that. Some of you are going to be working very hard this month. You're going to be going back to work, you're going to be going back to doing something that you love, and that's going to bring long-term rewards for you. This is really sort of just put your problems aside, put your negative feelings aside, have more fun, and put some passion, some enjoyment back into what you're striving towards, what you're working towards in January, and just enjoy yourself more. Just go for it. The more you do that, the more you will lift yourself up out of any lower chakra, any upsetting negative feelings that you have been feeling or may have been feeling, especially around the beginning of January. As soon as you start to do that, as soon as you just sort of get yourself back into work, get yourself back into the routine of things, doing the things that you love, things will get better for you. And there is a lot of success in you doing this as well. This is not just it's not going to be a sake of just doing work for the sake of doing work. This is recognition of the hard work that you put into things. This is recognition of your talents, your abilities, your skills coming to the fore, and people recognizing that around you, recognizing how valued you are, how much they value you within the family, within work situations, within a company, within a relationship. Whatever you focus on this month and put your passion and your enjoyment and your work into, you're going to get that back tenfold. you're going to get that back tenfold, and that's going to come back in a really positive way for you. The last card we've got is the High Priestess. So this is your outcome card. A lot of you are going to have a lot of revelations during the month, during January, a lot of aha moments. You're going to be feeling very psychic, in tune. As the month goes on, you will feel more and more in tune with your higher self, with your guides, with your angels, your intuition. Some of you may be developing some psychic abilities that you didn't know you had. Some of you may be just becoming more and more aware of subtle changes around you, subtle changes in your personal awareness of things going on. There's a depth to the High Priestess. There's an undercurrent there of, there is mystery in there, but at the same time there's also knowledge there as well. So that's coming around for you as the month goes on. Just stand in your truth, stay in your honesty, and that will come around really well for you as things go through. And I think this feeling is going to get stronger throughout the month. Whatever you can't see, it will come around, and you will be able to see things better. But it's about using your gut instinct, using your intuition, getting that inspiration, and using that inspiration to lift yourself up and to lift yourself higher. Always try and see the bigger picture of things, of situations, of people around you, and have fun as well. High Priestess is quite sexy as well. A lot of people may be more attracted to you during January than usual, so you may be getting more communication that way, but you'll be giving off that aura of self-confidence and sexiness throughout the month as well. So and just people will be drawn to you like a magnet. They'll want to get to know you more. I think maybe this is where some of your honesty, and that, you know, some people, you may meet people, somebody new may come into your life, and they just want to know you on a deeper level than the surface personality, or maybe even the mask that you wear for others. So it's getting very real as well during the month. So there we go. Really not a great start to the month, I admit, for some of you, but it's certainly going to get better for you as the month goes on. Just lift those vibrations up and you'll be great. Okay, take care. Namaste. Thank you for liking and sharing and subscribing, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.